to today's debate. Today's motion will be based on the following. This House believes that we should ban gas-powered vehicles and require all citizens to use electric vehicles. The first two speakers will have 3 minutes, which will be protected. Thereafter, you will have 2 following speakers, which will have 4 minutes, 30 seconds, and the beginning and the end of their speech will be protected, at which point questions can then be posed. The ending conversations or the ending speeches will then be 2 minutes per team. I would like to invite the first speaker of the proposition to stand up, introduce themselves and their team.
Hello everyone, my name is Nam and I am the first speaker of team. Hello everyone, my name is Nam and I am the first speaker of team proposition, and my team includes me, Ling and Hua.
I now invite the first speaker of the opposition team to stand up, introduce themselves and their team first.
Hello everyone, my name is Hoàng Khôi. I'm in the opposition team. My team have me, Hoàng Khôi, Nhật Minh, and Minh too. And Nhật Minh is the leader.
Thank you very much. At which point I now ask both of the first speakers to stand up and head over to the podiums first. Okay. Now, you are the first speaker of the proposition. You will have 3 minutes on the clock, which will be protected. Now, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Your time will start in 3, 2, 1.
Hello everyone, my name is Nam and I am the first speaker of the team proposition. Well, we all know that today our Earth is facing pollution and climate change. Scientists predict that if this continues, not only us, the human beings, but also other organisms will face serious problems. So, we believe that we should ban gas-powered vehicles and turn all of them to electric-powered vehicles instead. And here are our reasons. Firstly, gas-powered vehicles use engines that produce substances like carbon monoxide, nitrogen oxide, etc. They also produce noisy sounds. These factors could create respiratory disease as well as eye, nose, and throat irritation. These substances also create smog, which spoil the scenery, and the noisy sounds could create sound pollutions, which are not good for our eyes. Well, the World Health Organization classified fine dust as the number 1 of carcinogen. Secondly, the fuel cost or surprise eyes, which create a financial burden for the user of vehicles. A study of Polytechnic University in 2015 studies which shows that by buying petrol, it loses about 5,000 billion VND per year. Also, maintaining gasoline in powered vehicles usually costs higher than electric powered vehicles because the gas powered vehicles have very complicated parts which requires highly skilled mechanics. These are the disadvantages of the gasoline in powered vehicles. EV or electric vehicles could solve these problems. Firstly, EVs use batteries, which means that they produce no smokes and dangerous substances. It also uses electricity, which usually operates smoothly and nearly create no sounds. Secondly, charging in an EV is cheaper, and according to a calculation by the EV company VinFast, then charging in an EV only needs around 2,000 to 4,000 VND. Also, maintaining these EVs is very easy because they have easy parts and they don't need too high skilled mechanics to do this. And with all these reasons, I believe that we he should ban gasoline powered vehicles and turn into use EV instead.
Thank you very much, then. Right, you are the first speaker of the opposition team. You will have 3 minutes that will be protected, so you can speak unrestricted.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, your time will start in 3, 2, 1.
As the first speaker of the team of the team proposition, he said that electrical cars can be more cleaner to the gasoline power car, but he also said that the battery of the electrical cars is cleaner, but the battery of electrical cars can pollute water and the environment. Also there are apart from my research, I have found that there are not many ways to reduce or reuse the broken battery. So if there is broken battery, people the only way um, to uh, is to bury it down the dirt, so it will pollute the dirt and maybe pollute the water too. Now, he also said that the cars can be more silent, quieter than the uh, the gasoline car, but that's not really a problem since people can just use cars but don't use the horn and maybe ride the cars don't use horn, so they will be quite more quiet. And now for my argument that banning on gasoline power car will cause job losses, so it will lead to unemployment and a sharp drop in GDP. For my reason, because first is the majority of jobs in the automotive industry rely heavily on gasoline based technology. Most garage here are trained to work and equipment are from gasoline vehicles. So if there is no gasoline vehicles, there won't be any service like changing oils, repair cars, and they will all be vanished. So it will spread the job losses. Next is job about fuels, and gas station will get affected very deeply. There are thousands of petrol stations out there here in the world and maybe around Vietnam, and there are lots of people who do petrol station. For the evidence, we have 600 business and more than 150,000 workers and more 5,000 companies are here in Vietnam based on area.org chapter 9. And that's why we don't agree with banning electrical vehicles, banning gasoline vehicles. Thank you for listening.
Gentlemen, thank you very much. You may come and take a seat, please. I now invite the second speakers, both from the proposition and opposition, to stand up and take the podium, please.
Please have to pass the microphone.
Oh yes, please pass the microphone. Thank you very much. Now, the rules are now going to change slightly. Lynn, Natmin, your time is 4 minutes. The first 30 seconds of both the beginning and the end will be protected. If you wish to ask a question, you can ring the bell. However, it is up to the speaker to decide whether they wish to answer the question. At which point, if they do choose to answer the question, the timer will be paused. The person will ask their question, and the moment that they finish asking the question, the timer will begin again. Do you guys understand? Ling, do you understand? Thank you very much. Ling, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, your time up will start in 3, 2, 1.
I'm the second speaker from the proposition team. Before coming to our second argument, I have some disagreement to the opposition team. First, you say that the batteries from electric vehicles can cause oil pollution and water pollution. I agree with that, but it's still significantly lower than gasoline vehicles. Professor Robert Elliott of the University of Birmingham also point that although electric vehicles emit a lot of CO2 initially, their long lifespan will help them offset emission. Next, you say that if gasoline don't exist anymore, the job that repair oil for gasoline vehicles will lose their job. I think those jobs can change to repair parts for the electric vehicles and to manufacturing the charging station. Now, let's come to our second argument. After those disadvantages of gas-powered vehicles and the advantages of electric vehicles, we can see clearly that we should use the electric one instead. So how can we reasonably require all citizens to do it? Firstly, we need action from the government. The registration fees for electric vehicles should be free or reduced. Our team suggests that we should begin the policy in 2026, free the registration fees for electric vehicles until 2028. After the purchase volume increase, buyer must pay 2% of the fees, but it's still lower than gas-powered vehicles. Along with that, the gasoline vehicles registration fee also need to be increased. Next, the government should ban gas-powered vehicles at some routes at rush hour. We should begin the policy in 2026, apply to some roads in big cities where emit many harmful gases to the environment. To the middle of 2027, we will expand the scope of the ban. All the disobedient behavior will be punished with fines or the vehicle will be confiscated. Until 2028, gasoline vehicles will be banned at every route. Then public vehicles which run by gas should also be changed to the electric one. For example, change the gas-powered bus to the electric bus. In 2026, we can begin the transformation at some area. To 2027, we will increase the scope of the change. Until 2028, every gasoline bus will be changed to electric bus. Not only that, charging stations should be found at everywhere. In 2026, we should plan where to build those charging stations at. For example, in big malls, main roads, parking lots, etc. Then we will carry out the plan in 2027. Moreover, the government should call for charity from the citizens. The money will help poor households can still afford to switch from gasoline to electric vehicles without unfairness. Secondly, electric vehicles corporation must also take actions. They can persuade more people to buy electric vehicles through advertising. Those advertisements can contain famous stars' appearance to be more attractive with people. Next, electric vehicles brand must actively research and create more beautiful and functional products to impress people. So with the disadvantages of gas-powered vehicles and the advantages of electric vehicles, we should require all citizens to use the electric one instead, and those policies that I have said are to reasonably persuade them to do the transformation. Thank you.
Good. Thank you very much, Lynn. That means you have 4 minutes on the clock. First 30 seconds and last 30 seconds are protected. If you wish to ask a question, we will stop the clock, and the moment that it kicks in, the timer will begin. Natalie, are you ready? Okay, your timer will start in 3, 2, 1.
All right. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. As the second speaker of the opposition team, I strongly stand against the motion that all gas-powered vehicles should be banned and replaced with electric vehicle. Today, I will reveal our team stance refute the main argument from the proposition, and offer a more practical, balanced solution for the future of transportation. So first, let's respond to what the proposition might say about environmental benefit. They say that the electric vehicle battery emit the electric vehicle battery emit up to 40% more carbon dioxide than manufacturing as a gas-powered car. Mining lithium and cobalt, essential material for EV battery, destroy natural ecosystem, and in countries such as Chile and the Democratic Republic of Congo. So while electric vehicle may reduce emission on the road, they save in environmental damage to the early stage of production. In other words, this is not a clean solution. It's simply moving pollution from city to mine and factory. Also, you say that when the worker from gas power vehicle company get lost their work, so why how dare you say that they can get kicked out of their profession? You can adapt immediately after you get kicked out of your professional job, so you won't get a new job and you will be unemployed. So what you say is incorrect. Second, the proposition claimed that EV are cheaper in the long run, but let's look at the real picture. In many developing countries, electricity prices are unstable and charging infrastructure is almost non-existent. According to the International Energy Agency (EEA) 2024, building nationwide charging network could cost up to 2% of all the country GDP. That is an enormous expense that could instead to be used to improve healthcare, education, or renewable energy development. Forcing this policy too early would place an unfair economic burden on government and citizens alike. Third, the proposition argued that banning gas cars is essential for fight climate change. While we completely agree that climate change is global crisis and gas-powered cars also play a significant role in process of climate change, we disagree with the method. Currently, about 60% of the world's electricity still comes from fossil fuels. This means that if everyone switched to EV today, we are not eliminating emissions, we are just transferring them from car engine to power plant. Banning gas cars doesn't stop pollution, it just hides behind another system. Now, instead of completing banning gas vehicle, our proposition proposed a more flexible and inclusive plan. First, promote hybrid vehicle bridge between gas and electric technology. Second, invest in renewable energy first, so EV actually run on clean power. Third, offer tax cut or incentive for those who voluntarily choose EVs rather than punishing those who can't afford them. Finally, improve public transport, reduce the need for private cars in general. So, thank you for listening.
Thank you very much. I will now ask the second speakers to come and take their seats on their teams, please. Third speakers, can I ask you to stand up and head to your podiums, please? Okay. Once again, the speeches are 4 minutes long. Can you please make sure you put your mics on to your collars, please? Your speeches are 4 minutes long. You will have the first 30 seconds and the last 30 seconds will be protected, at which point you can ask questions. Again, if a question is asked, that time will stop, and then it will restart again when the question is complete. Well, you are the third speaker of the proposition.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Okay, your time will start in 3, 2, 1.
Hello, I am the third speaker of the team proposition. My name is Lam Hoa. Coming to your teammate speech. You just say that all the workers that are expelled from companies they are able to adapt and find a new job after. But there is no evidence for that. Your teammates didn't show any evidence for that, and are you sure that they can adapt while many workers are considering the work not their only job? The second one is your team made just say that the amount of electricity that comes from fossil fuel is also high, but in the future, the amount of electricity that comes from fossil fuel will be decreased due to a lot of more like hydrogen turbine or wind turbine will be built. As for my part, I want to support the two arguments that my team has shown earlier. For the first argument, I want to show more disadvantages of the gas-powered cars. The first one is that if the cars is using low-quality oil, they can easily have an explosion. Nowadays there's many fake oils which are mixed with other ingredients, and they also have many unbeneficial spare components and they can directly cause problem to the engine or to the car, or even more further, it could cause an explosion and make the drivers and the cars all dead. For the evidence, a study in 2019 shows by the Ministry of Public Security shows that a lot of cases where fake oils is used is related to the fact that the causes explosion. For the second disadvantages of gas-powered car, I think they are not they're not resistant to water. So in rainy or flooded days, if they travel along the world, the water can come into the engine and destroy them. So that in that case, we need to call the emergency rescuer, and we have also to pay the bills to fix the engine after them, and that is very expensive. According to Carfax, over 45,000 gas-powered vehicles were damaged by flooding and water only in the period of time of April to July in 2025 alone. For the second of my team arguments, I want to show more action that citizens can take to improve the famous of electric vehicles, and also make the law or the policy effective. Citizens can warning each other about air pollution. They can encourage each other to use electric vehicles and so on. After the debate, each team has showed their idea about whether we should ban or not banning gas-powered vehicles. And I see the main conflict here is that we are all protecting our opinion and by using all the benefits and disadvantage of the transportations that we don't like. But I think that my team won because the arguments of my team, the evidence and the reasons are much stronger than yours. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Juan. Okay, Min Two, you will also have 4 minutes, 30 seconds at both the beginning and the end will be protected. If he rings the bell, it's your choice as to whether or not you wish to answer the question.
Yeah.
If he does ask a question, we will pause the timer until he's finished asking the question, and then you will need to respond. Me too. Are you ready?
Yep.
Thank you very much. Your timer will start in 3, 2, 1.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am the third speaker of the opposition teams. My name is Mintu, and now let's move to the rebuttals of mine. First of all, the third speakers of the preposition team said that the workers in the garage or in the companies are being lost job, but and they can find another jobs if they lost the job at the garage. First of all, the workers are being trained to do the jobs, and if you are one of the workers, what would you do? Find a new job and get denied by a manager because you don't have any skills except the gas things that have been trained. Second, the third speaker, you said that the electricities can be replaced by hydroelectric electricity or by the solar energy, but based on it, the main companies provide the electricities for the main country event in 2023. 54% of electricity in Vietnam are using fossil fuels, and based on that, if we want to increase the renewable energy, we need to increase the work of the wind energy and the solar energy to 40% before 2035. And now let's move to our proposition. Let's move to our arguments. My arguments will be expand the plan for using the electric vehicles. The first of all, we shouldn't ban using the gas vehicles. Instead of, we should encourage the citizens or the inhabitants to use the electric vehicles in the process. Just not set a ban or in the first process in 2025 to the 2035. Encourage except of them to use the electric vehicles. Use in some of the developed countries like Japan or Norway, the government help them, and the percentage of the electric vehicles will increase through the time, and they will not be shocked by the government. And instead of all the cities, all the big cities, instead of all the citizens need to use the electric vehicles, we can use both electric vehicles and gasoline vehicles. The GDP of each country will develop, and they will not and the GDP will be increased, and the climate change or the environmental problems will not be the environmental problems will be solved. This is the end of my speech. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much. I will ask the first speakers to come and take a seat, please. At which point I will ask the last speakers of each team to stand up and head over to the podium for us. VQ2, can you please make sure that you pass the mic over? Okay, so these are the concluding speeches. Each speech will be 2 minutes long. There will be no interruptions for either team. Okay? At this point, the opposition will begin. So, Natman, are you ready? Okay. Your time will start in 3, 2, 1.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The proposition team have give their plan, and I would say that do you have mention the economy to give the free fee to change all the gas powered vehicle to electric vehicle. And now firstly, banning gas car increase inequality. Electric vehicles are expensive both to buy and to maintain. Wealthy people can afford to switch, while low-income worker, farmer, or delivery driver cannot. Such a policy would punish the poor and widen the gap between social class. This is not progress, that's injustice. Secondly, the world is not ready for full EV transition. According to US Department of Energy 2023, warned that full switch to electric vehicle could increase peak electricity demand by 20 to 25%. In countries that already suffer power shortage, this could cause blackout and disrupt daily life. We cannot force a transition that our energy system cannot handle. Thirdly, banning gas vehicle ignore culture and regional difference. In rural area or developing nation, small motorbike and gas-powered vehicle are not luxuries; they are livelihood for farmer, driver, and local business. Banning them overnight is simplified, unrealistic, and unfair. So why our team won? Thank you for listening.
Okay, Natman, thank you very much. Now, you are the last speaker of the proposition. You have 2 minutes uninterrupted. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, your time will start in 3, 2, 1.
So, hi everyone. I am the last speaker of team proposition. So, it is obviously that gas-powered vehicles is one of the main reasons which cause very serious problems, air pollutions and noise pollutions, and bring people's health problems, destroy the peace and the beauties of our worlds with the complex system. We also have to pay a lot to maintain and durability of gasoline vehicles. But difference of that, electric vehicles don't discharge harmful gases to the environment. They also to avoid health problems. Help us to the world to be cleaner and more peaceful with less noise. Electric vehicle regular maintenance isn't pricey as gasoline vehicles do. Also, mechanics which are new to the EV can learn very easy because maintaining an EV isn't as complicated as the gas-powered vehicles. Well, to persuade people to the transformation, we have shown a lot of policies which will help to reasonably require the citizens to the changing without the unfairness and expensive cost. We believe that ban gas-powered vehicles and use electric vehicles instead is possible. And if it's bring us advantage and it's visible, why don't we agree with it? So, about the fee, we have told them policy, but that we don't transform all of the gas-powered vehicle into electric vehicle right away. Instead, we do it part by part, small part by part, and this can reduce the loss fee. So, why don't we agree with it? Because of that, our team should be the winner.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much, and that concludes the debate.